So, hey, what's up, guys? My name is Emmett the Engineer, and last episode we left off with the head/head tag. So, yeah, anything in this head, that's what I was trying to demonstrate, was anything in this head will not be visible. Like, if we take Google, for example, everything in here you can't actually see there. See, it has the meta content and the title. But yeah, we're gonna get to that. Don't worry if you don't know what that is yet. We're gonna go over these tags and so yeah. So tags can be pretty much represented as either a method or a function. If you're a programmer, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you have no clue whatsoever, because it's not like math functions. Functions in programming are like your relations that turn into functions in math. Those are pretty much your, what are those things called? Parameters. Okay, so it might sound a little confusing now, but if you watch my programming tutorials, then you'll figure that all out. So yeah, just a reminder, remember your encoding set to ANSI and all of that. I mean, I had someone message me like, are you, no, and I was all like, are you using UTF-8 or anything else? And they were using some kind of Unix or something, I don't know, but they were using something ridiculous. But the main forms of encoding are ANSI and UTF-8. Just stick with ANSI. Okay, if you don't know what that is, then you should be fine. I mean, most text editors automatically set it to ANSI, so you should be fine. Okay, there are ANSI and UTF-8 converters. So yeah, let's actually get to this today. So yeah, I'm gonna teach you some basic tags. First off, we're gonna start up with title, because title is very basic. It's always used in the head, and remember to put your slash in there. And pretty much you can represent a tag with multiple lines or just one line. Usually for like methods, you'd use methods. I'll call them methods because I'm a programmer. Pretty much for methods, you'll probably stick to one line, but divs and heads and bodies, you're probably gonna end up sticking with multiple lines, unless you're like really sloppy, like long line-itis to infinity. Like if you look at a website in the web browser, it's really hard to understand because they have like the ultimate long line-itis, because it's pretty much just taking document text, smushing it together. It's pretty ridiculous. Look at how long these lines are. I understand that in JavaScript though, like with JavaScript though. Okay, so title, let's just call it whatever. Sure, why not? And the cool thing about Notepad++, as I said, is it pretty much highlights important stuff and tags and all of that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to show you what tags actually do, and I've been in this web browser way too much now. So let's say we go to youtube.com right now. Okay, normally it would say youtube.com, as you actually saw in that flash right there. It's youtube.com. It actually, as soon as the HTML gets scanned over, hey, what does 2013 say? As soon as it gets scanned over, it automatically says, hey, this string needs to be up here in the document. So it puts the string up here, right by the fave icon. So we have YouTube instead of it saying youtube.com like it usually would. And YouTube is actually the title in the thing. Like, we could put YouTube in here, then not get sued. Not really in the mood for getting sued today. I mean, I was yesterday, but not today. Okay, so I'm gonna open up this tutorial files, and I'm gonna delete the text file. This is it, not that. And then I'm gonna open this with Google Chrome. That's how you open it, by the way. And as you can see up here in the top left, we have whatever instead of whatever else would be there. Tuts.html is what normally would be there. Like, say we remove this whole method right here. whatever they call it in HTML these days. And I opened it up, as you can see, it would say tuts.html. So, yeah, those titles are very important, especially to stuff like Google. I don't know, they're crazy with that. And, yeah. Once again, this is completely invisible. No one will see this except for, document settings, which might sound confusing because it is. But now we're gonna learn a new tag, which is the most important tag, kind of, I guess you could say. My favorite tag is strong, by the way. It's pretty much bold. It's just a bold tag. My favorite tag is BR. BR is inner, by the way. You'll learn that later. But yeah. So one of our main tags besides head. Hold on, let me check the time. Okay, one of our main tags, except for head, golly, is body. And body is very important because pretty much you put all of your DIVs, all of your content in here that you want to put visible, unless you want to put it in a header or whatever. Okay, so yeah, body's the most important part. You're rarely gonna use anything else like footer, and usually the footer's actually in the body, which is just ridiculous. Or header, which I forgot to open my thing up. So you'll rarely use those, but we might get up a chance to use them, and we may use them, but you won't use them nearly as much as body. So I'm gonna quickly organize this. You can't do that in HTML, you fool. So yeah, so thanks for watching. That's pretty much it for this episode. I know it was like a minute longer than the last one, but standard stuff. Goodbye.